Alright, so the runners have
Naming character A.
Alright, so Lovesick opting to skip PC Potion. The other two trainers picking it up.
Thing.
So Lovesick is in the lead. So there's a little bit of flow timer there, unsure why. I guess we'll find out really shortly. Oh, Lovesick saving.
This. I think he's choosing the wrong.
Does he know that Squirtle's in the middle? Let's see, is he going for FFFF Squirtle? But that's not Squirtle. Oh, Charmander. Oh, he misses the text box.
Alright, faster rival one.
So, LoveSickHero is running Charmander present here. Unfortunate. So he's going to be resetting for a Charmander with 11 attack and 12 speed, I believe.
And 11 special.
So for now, we'll wait for him to get Charmander and switch to King Jeff, who's having a really good Bulbasaur fight. So, for the other runners, they pick Squirtle, and they don't really have to worry about Squirtle's stats, because you only use it for a short period of the run. King Jeff opting not even to check his stats, and Spitball checking his stats. I didn't see them, did you?
No. What really matters here is special, because if they have bad special, they're gonna 3-shot Brock's Pokemon. And that's slower. More dangerous fight.
King Jeff getting an early level 3 Pidgey. Generally speaking, there are 3 encounters that you want to take early. Those are level 2 and level 3 Rattata, and level 2 Pidgey. Level 3 Pidgeys, with bad attack, you struggle to kill them. But any encounter can give you enough experience to hit level 8 for Brock, which is the goal. Yeah, Skater. I believe he's soft for setting because he's just looking for a standard Charmander. I guess he doesn't want to continually try it for the minute. So he's just looking for a takeable Charmander. That is not a takeable Charmander.
Not good.
So Spitball and King Jeff.
Side Oak.
Yep. King Jeff as well. The point of Charmander is to have fun at Real to Die 00. For reference, LoveSickHero has actually never run the proper Glitchless category of this game, but he does currently have a world record run for Charmander, which I think hasn't been verified yet.
Alright, Lovesick saving for Rival 1.
Yep. This is bad special, yes, Hellboy. So, the purpose of the save for Rival 1 is because Squirtle can go very, very badly, and because he was IGT tracking, he could not pick up PC Potion. Spitball fighting his encounter. I believe, yeah, King Jeff stalling for 1 at the edge of Route 1. So level 2 Pidgey, which is really, really good.
That's basically what you want to see.
Yeah. Hellboy God in the chat asks if 10 special matters. So it does, depending on how bad it is. There are a few ranges from Ember, but for the most part, Charmander is actually going to be relying on physical moves throughout the run. So attack is by far more important. So King Jeff and Spitball neck and neck into Nido Manip. King Jeff opting to buy 5 balls.
Ball is going with 4 balls, a more YOLO option.
Yep. The standard for PB attempts is 3 balls for most people, but for races we tend to get 1 or 2 extras. Let's see how they do with this minute. Both King Jeff and Spitball getting the Nidoran first try. Spitball not getting the slot 2 Pokeball. That's quite unfortunate.
Everyone forgets to swap.
Yep. So, generally speaking, you will have 2 options. Since in races people take PC Potion, generally you have 2 options. One is to do a slot 2 YOLO Ball for Nidoran, which loses no time, but is difficult to remember if you're used to PB attempts. The other option is to switch Pokeballs to slot 1. Otherwise, you can get a situation like that where you just have to hit Nidoran. Either way, King Jeff and Spitball both with their Nidorans, so they are moving on to Viridian Forest. Lovesick is finishing up the parcel quest.
Yeah, neither of them doing extended manip with the potion for extra safety.
As you can see, they're taking a path that has a large number of tiles with flowers in the corner. Those tiles cannot generate encounters. King Jeff starting one of the worst fights in the game.
Spitball getting an encounter before we die.
Spitball opting to pick
also
up
picking up
both
the potion.
potions.
Yeah. Least amount of Pokeballs and 5 antidotes because Charmander will obviously get poisoned more than Nidoran would. Yeah.
Yep. An important note for Charmander is that poison is always going to be an issue with the route. Nidoran is poison type and therefore cannot be poisoned. So right now you're going to see LoveSickHero opt for a manip found by Pinkish Princess, which is a quick 2A press Pidgey that YOLO balls. King Jeff getting through Weedle fight pretty cleanly. Spitball as well. Spitball with the 15 special. Oh, the YOLO ball fails. So yes, okay, in the chat asks why people don't choose Bulbasaur to start. Bulbasaur has a very bad moveset in Gen 1 to the point where it's very slow because it doesn't get good moves to fight Brock, and its best move, Razor Leaf, actually cannot be buffed thanks to the way that critical hits work in this generation. It just has a lot of issues with it that make it much worse than the other two starters.
And potions before Brock.
So Spitball's saving before Brock.
King Jeff also saved.
Alright. Yeah, so there's actually a strat that you can manipulate a bird after Viridian Forest that we didn't see here that is very useful, and it basically prevents the need to save, but neither King Jeff nor Spitball opting for it here.
Sick, killing a wild Weedle for experience. Oh wait, no, it's a bug catcher. He's killing the first bug catcher, sorry.
Yeah, so the Charizard route actually fights all three trainers in Viridian Forest so that it can level up, get Ember, and enough experience to make the Brock fight relatively safe.
Because he couldn't beat Brock with Scratch.
Right.
Run out of potions, seems like. He'll probably buy more again in future.
He will indeed. King Jeff is through Brock. Spitball close behind him. So both Spitball and King Jeff will be moving on to Route 3, which is a portion of the run which has a lot of randomness, which impacts your pace. There's a lot of string shots, a lot of turns to be lost. So we'll see what the game gives them there. And to be clear, to the people in chat, currently the world record for Charizard percent is 2 hours, 10 minutes, and I believe 42 seconds, set by LoveSickHero a few weeks ago. The current world record for the standard route is 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 21 seconds. That's to say that Charmander is quite a bit slower.
It's in yellow.
There is always a chance. Or Tab, I am not saying that Charmander sucks. WSOP is, however.
In terms of suckage, Bulbasaur is definitely worse than Charmander. Lovesick going south of Weedle Guy to get another potion. Probably a good idea.
Alright, King Jeff starting short sky.
Pretty scary fight. Low health.
So one very good thing about the Charmander route is that every single bug that Nidoran and Squirtle might struggle with, Charizard can just Ember. It goes insanely fast. You'll see in a few minutes the Route 3 split for Charmander is literal minutes faster than Nidoran's.
Mekins. You don't want to see Rap here. That's 2 Leers, that's good.
Alright,
Now he won't have to heal.
King Jeff has finished the short sky fight. So the short sky fight is one of the bigger pace changers in the run just because of Rap, which in Gen 1 you cannot escape until it's over. So if Ekans just wants to wrap you for 5 turns, you're stuck for 5 turns. Luckily, both trainers getting past it. Trainers, runners, apologies. You know what I mean. So LoveSick starting Brock, and unfortunately the strat for Brock is exactly what you would think it is.
Just Ember and heal, looks like.
One fortunate thing about the Brock fight is that Growl is very effective at preventing heals, and every single time Ember burns, Brock wastes a turn full healing. Garfield the Lightning, I am Verota.
I am Blake.
Yes. Minnow, Brock has 5 full heals per Pokemon. So every single time you get a burn, basically, Brock will waste the turn. Burn is 30%, I believe, with Ember. So this seems slightly unlucky. He goes for a Scratch to finish Geodude off. Interesting.
To save the super effect. Well, I guess it's faster. There's probably.
Alright. So Screech is very unfortunate. There's the full heal that I was mentioning. 10%. Thank you, Enderborn. So we'll see if LoveSick goes for swap strats, or if he'll just keep getting screeched.
He's getting screeched.
That is actually an insanely fortunate fight for LoveSickHero. So, one of the reasons that the route picks up a Pidgey is to sack or when Brock decides to bide. So now every single defense drop is gone, and LoveSick can just finish the fight.
15-minute Brock. Let's go.
So, meanwhile on King Jeff's side, as a side effect of not hitting Extended Manip, both he and Spitball will have to pick up a Pidgey or Spearow in the Route 3 grass. So Pidgey has his
here
bird.
because the Route 3 Moominip.
Also, interestingly, it seems that neither runner opted for Last Strats. Last Strats being a relatively new change to race routes, which help to provide a safer Moon Rocket fight.
Yeah, you can just use Mega Punch and having the Horn Attack and Leer.
So LoveSick opting to take this Pokemon Center in Pewter. That's because his Ember count is very low after Brock's fight. So he can just go in and Ember spam everything now. Spitball also catching a Pidgey.
Jeff is currently chilling right now.
So both runners here choosing to do Route 3 Moonminute.
Both go with blue. Your choice.
Yeah, this is actually a really close race between the top two right now. But we all know that there are a lot of things that could change the runs for both of them coming up really soon.
Sorry, on the second Route 3 fight, I guess you just embered everything.
Alright, no early IGTs for either runner. Koi lagging Spitball's PB is a 152.32. King Jeff's PB is a 149.31. So King Jeff hitting an encounter. So I'm not sure if that was an IGT, but speaking of IGT, an IGT is basically there are 3,600 different second frame combinations in Pokemon Red, and saving on each one of them kind of has a different state for the for what happens. So this minute, for example, 83, I believe, percent of those states give the same result, which is level 10 Paris at the end, which can be YOLO balled. But if you save on an unfortunate frame, then you will get a different result.
Yeah, Jeff's still technically a little ahead here, but Spitball is literally about to catch up to him. So we're going to see them basically even here.
Wave Warrior correcting me, saying it is 89% or so. That sounds more correct. So both Spitball and King Jeff in the same room now, and Lovesick is just burning everything down on Route 3. So King Jeff doing what's known as Poi. It's a backup manip that is really easy and really convenient. It's 2A presses and has a reasonably good catch rate for a level 12 Paris.
Spitball missed the Paris, but...
Spitball, yeah, not getting the Paris.
Backup manip he can do after the Super Nerd.
And King Jeff failing the YOLO ball.
This is the reason the runners bought the extra balls.
Alright, so for those of you who are attached to Charmander, it's time to say goodbye, because it is evolving into Charmeleon now. So, Spitball and King Jeff are starting one of the more volatile fights of the run. Moon Rocket, especially given that they're both at level 14. So, this Zubat can Supersonic and just ruin your day. You take a lot of damage. It's a 1 and 2 to hit yourself. Luckily for Spitball, he was not hit by a Tail Whip, but unluckily, he just hurt himself in confusion.
Yeah, he is again here.
LoveSickHero also opting to do Route 3 minute. Spitball did save. So Spitball has broken out of confusion. So the runners are once again very close. Spitball is through. So King Jeff is also in a precarious situation with confusion. Let's see how the RNG treats him. Hellboy God, Spitball has no Paris, but King Jeff also has no Paris. Wait, did he end up catching it, actually? I did not see, I apologize.
I think Jeff got the Paris.
Alright, Jeff has Paris. So yeah, Spitball is behind because he needs to do a backup manip. Lovesick
missed the manip.
So 0 for 3 on Route 3 Moon Manip today. Very unfortunate.
Will probably do the backup.
Yeah, so Route 3 Moon Manip actually does not YOLO ball at all with Charmeleon. So there are 2 standard options. One is to just do Route 3 into Poi, and one is to do Enter Manip, which has a standard YOLO ball. So generally speaking, Lovesick goes all the way to Poi and does that. King Jeff on Moon menu. Lovesick making it to... Oh, no. So he has one more encounter. Lovesick's encounter was right at the start of the Mega Punch room. So he's going to opt to teach Mega Punch to Charmeleon here. And then save. Okay, Grimer disabling Poison Sting. There's a really unfortunate scenario where Mega Punch is disabled in this fight, in which everything just becomes much, much slower, because Mega Punch is by far the most powerful thing that you have at the moment. So Spitball idea
Paris,
starting up?
Yeah.
So let's see if he does the old backup Paris or the new one, which was recently found, which I believe adds 1 out of 60 IGT chance, or IGT success rate. He opts for the old one, gets his encounter.
Sick gets the yellow ball. Poi. Okay. Lovesick inventing a new word.
So King Jeff has escaped Moon. Spitball is opting to water gun the Paris instead of going back to the Manip.
Be losing
and it works out for
frames
him.
every time he cuts, though.
So Lovesick saw the fight that the other two had against Moonrocket and just said, I'm just going to use Charizard or Charmeleon and it'll be 500 times safer and a lot faster.
Wow, getting an encounter there.
So King Jeff going into Bridge Rival, which is a very annoying fight potentially. The first Pokemon, Pidgeotto, knows Sand Attack, which lowers your accuracy and can just be a massive pain in general.
They need the Paris because they need a Pokemon to teach Cut and Dig to. And Lovesick also needs it because you can't really, even though Charmander can learn Cut and Dig, I think he just learns Dig in this route.
Yeah. So Dig is a very useful move. It has reasonably high power, good coverage of types, and most importantly, 255 out of 256 accuracy. Cut only has good accuracy out of those three things, so it's better to just leave on a different Pokemon. King Jeff getting through the Bridge Rival fight relatively unscathed as of now.
It's a very scary fight. Sand attacked, you have to swap out, and it's much slower. Okay, and Spitball does not get a sand attack.
War Tab, if Cut is only 95%, then it's 0 for 3, and that's just sad. So King Jeff has made it through the fight. Spitball's still close behind him.
It's not even that far behind.
Alright, Lovesick opting to do Bridge Rival before centering. I anticipate he's going to save here. This fight is similarly annoying, but because of PP management issues, it tends to be better to do before centering. So Quay, Lovesick ended up getting a very good Brock, and this is honestly a reasonably good time in general for Charmander. And King Jeff and Spitball both lost a ton of time to Moon. So this is scary. He's actually gonna have to heal.
Ooh.
Alright.
Miss? Which one? Ember miss? Oh. Wow.
So opting to heal on Abra, because both Rattata and Wartortle can be, or no, it's still a Squirtle, I believe, can be very annoying here. Missing so many Mega Punches, though, that is quite unfortunate. Spitball and King Jeff, meanwhile, both missing ranges side by side. So a very fortunate thing about Squirtle in the Charmander route is that throughout the game, it never actually learns good moves. I believe even at Sylph, it still knows Bubble, which is very helpful for the safety of the route. So there are a few different routes. I'm not sure which one Lovesick is using, but one of them does opt for Fire Blast. Lovesick with some crazy movement there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see the Fire Blast.
Oh, I know what this is. Okay, so yesterday we were thinking about different strats to do for low potion counts after Bridge Rival, so he's opting to take Cerulean Mart for some safety potions. And I guess he just didn't know the layout of Cerulean. So King Jeff on the last fight of Nugget Bridge.
Ball misses Mega Punch and gets scratched.
So that's
Back
actually a
save Mega Punch.
situation. Yep, that's actually a situation where the strat changes based off of a Mega Punch miss. Since he was hit down into a range where you want to Horn Attack Mankey, he goes for it and gets Red Bar off of it.
Football's only one trainer behind Jeff right now.
That is correct, Wartab.
Yeah, I think he goes for Fisher.
Red Bar is not a glitch. I confirmed it with Mr. Nintendo myself. It is very intended.
Spitball's actually in Red Bar here.
Yep, so by opting for Red Bar here, Spitball is taking a lot of risk, especially on this Zubat, because if he misses Mega Punch, there are a few things that can go wrong with the fight, but he gets through safely, maintains Red Bar, and is off to the next section.
Skip those level up jingles and Pokemon cries. It's gonna be a couple seconds faster, like probably for each Pokemon. It's a good way to save time, but you have to manage it with the risk involved.
Right, so...
But right here, there's really not too much bad that can happen.
Right, this is a relatively safe area, and he will be gaining a solid amount of time if nothing goes terribly wrong. LoveSickHero, meanwhile, just burning things down. I say that, and he goes for Mega Punch, of course. It's the same concept. So that hit actually gives... Yeah. So King Jeff opting for a Horn attack on Machop. So he gets red bar, but it's not going to last through the level up, I believe. It does last. Okay, thank you, WSoftBoy91. So both runners have red bar. So both runners just finishing off this section. They're going to be talking to Bill, who will give them the SS ticket and allow them to go on to the next portion of the game after they fight Misty.
Yeah, and we see Nidoking level to 23 here, where he learns Thrash, and that's gonna start saving time over the Charizard route, because Thrash doesn't have to, you don't have to choose it at each Pokemon, it's just a very quick move.
Alright, so King Jeff opting to pick up Ether. I believe Spitball is going to skip the Ether and pick up the Max Ether later after Rock Tunnel. They're just two different changes that you can use depending, or which shift menus a little bit. Max Ether is faster, but normal Ether is not very much of a difference.
Depends on your route that you're using, whether you get PP up or Ether or Max Ether.
Right. Spitball uses 6 Repel route, and I believe it's generally faster on that route. Or at least that's the common knowledge. So King Jeff centering after Bill. That just makes the Misty fight a lot safer, and saves your potion count, as well as makes sure that you have Mega Punches for later.
And it also sets Cerulean as your dig location, because you need to teleport back here after you beat Surge.
Hellboy God, it sure did.
Yeah, Charmander does not have that great defense. Mankey confirmed OP. Oh, King Jeff misses the Thrash range on Machop, but luckily he does not get a Karate Chop crit. See if he gets the Drowsy range, which is very generous.
Yeah, the Drowsy range is very likely to be hit, but it can have terrible effects if you miss it. Drowsy has Hypnosis, Confusion, and Disable. Wait, no, it does not have Disable, I apologize. But Hypnosis and Confusion are both awful to see.
That's enough. Like fighting Top Hiker.
Right. I've been told that Drowsy does indeed have Disable.
You definitely don't want it to disable Thrash. Alright, King Jeff getting a clean Goldeen fight, and he's about to fight Misty. He will save, because this fight is probably one of the most risky in the run. Nothing really you can do about it, you just Thrash and just hope to kill everything, but if crits you from Starmie, you're done.
So LoveSick opting to take the elixir. And Spitball starting Misty. We'll see what happens here. High roll crit into Water Gun. So very safe health from King Jeff. Let's see if Spitball can get similar good luck. Generally speaking, centering for Misty leaves you at health that is very, very, very safe for this fight. Here's a Bubble Beam. And he gets the 4-turn Thrash. Alright, so both players getting really good Misty fights. And they're within about 30 seconds of each other. LoveSick, meanwhile, fighting a trainer, which we normally don't fight on the Nidoking route. That's just to avoid the bottom hiker, which has 3 Geodudes, which obviously are a lot more difficult for someone using fire moves and normal moves.
King Jeff passing over a full restore there. Normally, for a while, you would pick up the full restore, but there's a new route that uses paralyzed heals, and it's generally just faster. You can pick up the full restore really fast, but you don't want to be in a situation where you have to heal to full because it's slow. Okay, Spitball's also skipping full restore.
Alright, so we see some of the effects of LoveSickHero taking a bad special Charmander. That's normally just not a range to kill the Oddish. But he's made it to Bill.
Either Jeff or Spitball got an encounter.
Meanwhile, King Jeff and Spitball are just making their way down south to Vermilion City so they can get on the SSN and fight the boat rival and get cut. So, LoveSick opting to candy twice at Bill. This is so that he can be level 25 for upcoming battles, and also get level 28 for Starmie. Taking the center again. So an important safety that he's taking here is that he will fight Misty after finishing the SS Anne. That's just so that he can, 1, outspeed Starmie, and 2, not die to 2 hits from it. So King Jeff starting up the boat rival fight. This fight, similarly to Bridge Rival, can be a pretty big troll if you get sand attacked.
Charmeleon with 69 HP, nice.
Huang Bro, if you could advise us on what to do here, that would be very nice. Alright, avoiding Hypnosis. Great advice. It's very appreciated. Alright, so King Jeff having to swap out because he got a turn 1 sand attack. So that's an opportunity for Spitball to make up a little bit of time. Gets Gust. It'll also be interesting to see if either of them goes for a red bar setup here.
You're gonna see a Gentleman Rare Candy.
Lovesick picking up the full restore and getting the jingle. Alright, Spitball is through Boat Rival. They've been basically neck and neck for the entire beginning of this race, huh?
They've been less than a minute apart the entire race. Stalakazam. It's pretty good. Best one, everyone else is banned.
Alright, so King Jeff now experiencing the longest cutscene in Gen 1. And Spitball about to experience it right after him.
They went to the bathroom before this run, or else they're gonna have to use bottle strats here.
As one enters, the other leaves. LoveSickHero, meanwhile, making it through the last trainer before he also embarks on the SS Anne.
Buying 4 paralyzed heals instead of 4 restores, because getting paralyzed is very slow.
Lovesick getting slightly trolled by the woman NPC. Opts to do Vermilion Mart before going to the boat. And here he's just going to sell all of the TMs he doesn't need, stuff like that, and pick up some items. Charmander as a route does not really need a large amount of money. I believe he can actually opt to skip the nugget if he so chooses. So King Jeff starting up Can's Manip, which is just a short manip that simplifies the Can puzzle in Surge's Gym, as well as potentially allows people to use pallet cans, which allows you to, with a certain pallet, see in Rock Tunnel. Lovesick opting to fight an optional here, so that he can pick up TM08 Body Slam right below him.
Body Slam B, probably one of the better moves available to Charmeleon at this point.
So Body Slam has all the power of Mega Punch, but without that 85% accuracy. It also has a much faster animation. I believe it gets kept through the entire rest of the run.
King Jeff got Sonic Boom from Voltorb, that's potentially good. And Quick Attack, which is going to put him in a red bar.
This is very shallow red bar. He will need further setup if he wants to keep it through the entirety of the fly split. Spitball also opting to stall on Voltorb, but
and he Gen 1 missed Horn Attack.
Gen 1 missing Horn Attack and still not getting a Sonic Boom. Very unfortunate.
And Lovesick actually teaching Dig to Charmeleon here. He's gonna fight the gentleman in front of the candy.
So, unlike the Nidoking route, Charizard route, it's actually pretty much necessary to pick up Gentle Mandy, because the aforementioned level 28 for Misty Starmie, at that point it becomes just a much safer fight. So King Jeff digging out of the poor man's house, he's going to need to do a lot of cleaning. Unfortunate, because I think he thought he just made a friend, seeing as you just listened to him go on about Rapidash. He was mistaken.
It's kind of hard to say who's in first, second, and third. Well, now it isn't that hard, but sometimes there's different routes that can stuff in certain splits, and it's not always obvious.
Alright, King Jeff getting through the bike menu relatively easily. Or relatively cleanly, I should say. Lovesick getting red bar off of the Raticate, just opting to Super Potion.
I mean, it's obvious right now that the two runners are clearly ahead.
So missing a Mega Punch, but not getting a bad outcome is King Jeff. And there you can see that your rival doesn't really give his War Turtle better moves. Makes it really safe to just attack.
Okay. Lovesick memeing in the chat.
Alright, so it's looking like neither Spitball nor King Jeff is going to go for much red bar setup here, which means that it's going to be completely on execution and maybe Oddish Trolls.
While getting a very unoptimal Trainer C here.
Yeah, so actually an important note is that the being seen by trainers in this game is a lot slower than speaking to them, which is why in basically every situation that you can be, or where you can talk to a trainer, you opt to do that. King Jeff saving before the Pokemaniac, so it looks like he's going to go for a Slowpoke setup.
No IT is no instant text, which is when you talk to the bike shop trainer and press B, your text goes instantly and it saves about 3 minutes in the route. But the downside is you can't heal or open the menu.
Spitball
and for races,
cut.
it's just generally decided to not do it. Yeah. King Jeff gets red bar.
So generally
Spitball,
speaking,
let's see.
Spitball not going for red bar here. Generally speaking, red bar saves a lot of time in PB attempts, but given race strats, it's very heavily nerfed. As you can see, King Jeff saved for his initial setup, and he is most likely going to be saving for Oddish Girl. Spitball actually taking 2 confusions.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't set up on the previous trainer because he was going for the double confuse.
So the runner's proving me wrong.
Oddish.
They've both gone for red bar. LoveSickHero, meanwhile, is healing up for Misty, which is a relatively safe fight, unless he sees X defense or Bubble Beam crits. That is to say, it's not safe whatsoever. Which is why he's saving. Sound glitch coming out from King Jeff, who has just gotten through Oddish Girl, which is a very large troll.
Next defend. That's a critical water gun. Not a good start.
Alright. Dodges the first bubble beam. A water gun here, as long as he doesn't see X defend, this should be safe. Alright, so Lovesick is through Misty. Spitball making his way through Rock Tunnel. Still
Cheaters
only
in
about
this Rock
one
Tunnel.
fight behind.
They're just bumping around in the dark.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, you will see one of the fastest, if not the fastest, surge splits that you will ever see in a red tournament. He just
Does
cut
not
to
get a
point
quick
it.
attack.
Tosses TM11 because he doesn't need it, and gets on his bike. So King Jeff is out of Rock Tunnel. Spitball still has one more trainer. Yeah. So BBBBBBBBBA. Instant text has been banned from this tournament because it is very, very, very volatile. Basically, it is over-centralizing and can cause 2-minute swings for 0 difference in decision-making skill. Because if you enter any menus, then instant text is lost, and it can just be way too swingy. King Jeff going for Underground Elixir here. LoveSickHero, meanwhile, opting for a bicycle version of Cans Minute.
King Jeff doing right elixir SMH. He picks up the nugget for extra safety. He's probably gonna buy
Oh
revives.
no,
here.
there's only trash there.
It looks like he messed up.
Spitball,
Engine
surviving
one
gambler. So that fight is the last fight before you generally get revives here. So if Spitball were to lose it, he would have gone all the way back to Cerulean and lost about 3 minutes plus repels. Would have been very, very sad.
LoveSickHero gets top elixir. He's got a chance to catch up here.
So LoveSickHero can just kind of run through all of Surge's Pokemon. Pikachu has terrible defense, and everything else goes down to Dig. LoveSickHero is using
Yeah.
Charizard because he likes Charizard. So this that King Jeff and Spitball are doing is just buying everything they need for the rest of the run, basically. There are 3 shopping trips, one in Pewter that's for potions, one in Vermilion that gets repels and paraheals, and then this one where you get everything else.
Checking his stats real quick. Make sure he has the right Nido.
Yes, Randall, 4 shopping trips. There's also one in Viridian that you can pick up Pokeballs in to catch Nidoran. So here's Fly Menu, which is the biggest menu in the game.
Yeah, you have to teach Rock Slide here. Only thing that can deal with the Ghastlies in Lavender Tower.
And you also swap up a couple things, namely TM7, which contains Horn Drill, which you teach Spitball Checking Trainer card. It's a really, really broken move that you use for the entirety of the late game. And then X Accuracies, which helps to make Horn Drill broken.
Low health here, and missing any Rock Slide is potentially dangerous. But they do have revives, so.
Spitball swapping up the wrong item, just opting to teach Horn Drill right now. Spitball's confused, it looks like. Yeah, he's just getting out of there. I don't think he wanted to mess with the menus. Using a Super Repel. Okay, he's back on track. King Jeff, meanwhile, doing the standard fight for Lavender Rival. Will be interesting.
Does not want to get a Vine Whip here.
Yep, if he gets Vine Whipped, he will have to revive.
And Leech Seed, he's good.
So it looks like elixiring before going in through Rock Tunnel, that's just to give himself more digs, which is, at the moment, his best tool for getting rid of specifically Oddishes and Slowpokes. Takes a crit Bone Club, that's a lot of damage. He's going to have to heal on Slowpoke. Fortunately, Slowpoke doesn't have water moves. Unfortunately, Confusion is still scary.
And King Jeff does not miss Rock Slide. Very good.
Spitball taking the Thrash. This is slightly safer health.
I think only high roll Vine Whip kills here.
Yep.
Crit. Okay, looks like he made it through.
Alright. Both runners playing it slightly risky and being rewarded.
Yeah, and if he has to die here, and like if you don't have any revives and you die, and like you have to reset, you lose your repel count, and it's just
it's a mess.
Everything's messed up, yeah.
Alright, we'll see if Spitball hits both of his Rock Slides here. So missing Rock Slide isn't the end of the world, but there's a high chance that he has to burn a revive and lose a lot of time. LoveSick getting Sleep Powder by Oddish. Not the big deal. He wakes up and hits it. So Spitball gets through. King Jeff teaching Horn Drill here. As I said before, Horn Drill is going to be one of the linchpins of this run. Combined with X accuracy, it's a one-hit KO move which cannot miss if you are faster than the opponent.
You did not Horn Drill the Marowak here. That's good.
Lovesick seems to have hit an optional. This should be fine. It might be a little annoying for PP management. Vayflower, every winner moves on to the next round, and as well as the 12 best second place times. No, 13 best second place times.
No, Love is just delaying his Nidoran capture until right before Elite Four.
Right, this is actually Charterino fight, or route.
Mandarino. Fight on King Jeff's screen, just Horn Drill and X-Stack and Horn Drill. Nothing can go wrong.
Defense Curl is a very unfortunate option, unless he crits. That Graveler can survive a dig after Defense Curl, and if he Explosion crits you, then it's just sad. Pinkish Princess asked if Charmandarino should actually be a legitimate strat, and I say yes. Why not? The answer for why not is because it'll be very slow. Anyways, back to this. King Jeff is thrashing Raticate. This is the last trainer before you will get the Pokey Flute.
I see anyone set up Sylph Red Bar, or as it's known in some circles, Sylph Bar?
I don't think so. Sylph Bar is very risky for not much reward in a race, especially given the fact that you could just lose a ton of time to a Gyarados crit.
Yeah, if Spitball wanted to be a true Chad, he would go for Sylph Bar here, but it's still not guaranteed to put him at the win. He's not that far behind either.
Yeah. So, Cracer, to answer, I guess in slightly more detail, Charmander and Charmeleon and Charizard have very limited move pools, and struggle to deal with a lot of things that Nidoran can just breeze through. And that results in, and some unfortunate typing stuff results in him just being worse, as well as being weaker than Nidoking.
So going for right elixir, very disappointing.
So for context on that, top elixir is 2 frames faster if you enter the stairs from the top, and it also saves some time if you go for the nugget from the bottom. And yeah, also not having one-hit KO moves is a big detriment to Charizard.
I believe it gets Fisher, but it does not have Horn Drill.
Right, Horn Drill's early availability and abusability lead to much faster fights in general.
He does not get Moltres. Nugget saves around 17.4 seconds.
So, fun fact, Huanliways, there were actually, like, musings about just using Moltres as a stall for Lance back when we were first working on the route. It never really materialized because Moltres is pretty terrible in this gen, but it was a thought.
Let's see if Jeff goes for Sylph Bar. Won't.
Alright, it's Whirlwind.
Just probably gonna just drill this, yep.
No damage. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. So this is actually a really good Sylph Bar setup if he chose to go for it. He won't, but it would be.
He doesn't want to be as high HP as possible because he won't die to Koga's self-destruct, so he wants to take a little damage here, but getting in red bar is very risky.
So
Articuno best bird.
I just noticed that King Jeff only bought 2 X speeds, which means that he's not using PP up strats, which might make an impact later. We'll come back to it. Spitball starting the Sylph rival fight.
LoveSick on Lavender rival.
Yep. Everyone doing rival.
I do not think Spitball is gonna go for Sylph Bar here. Probably just hope that King Jeff gets Lance crit or something.
So LoveSickHero.
There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong, yeah.
One of the aforementioned routes for the Charizard, for Charizard percent, was to pick up Mega Kick in Celadon Mart, but it looks like Lovesick is instead doing 2 X attacks into Body Slam.
Is gonna pull ahead with better execution. Spicy take. Okay, King Jeff's in good HP range here.
Alright, it's actually slightly scary because if he takes a hit here, he's in range to die to a confusion from Hypno.
Really want to see Leer here.
Yep, generally speaking, it is pretty good though.
Ball is just a little too high HP right now.
Yep, so the magic number is 80 for the Wheezing. So Boom Strats is something that we do to get Red Bar after Koga, and Wheezing Self-Destruct does 79 to 94 damage without crits, so the runners really want to be below 80 for that. Yeah, King Jeff opting not to take a Rhyhorn stall, so you can go for Sylph Red Bar at 24 through 37 HP. by Thunderbolting Rhyhorn.
He would have to heal before Hypno, maybe, if he wanted to play it safe.
Yep, that is correct.
Charizard yet, we're almost there.
So King Jeff going over to wake up a Snorlax. Unfortunately, we have no need for the Snorlax, so we just kind of leave and that's it.
I can't tell if King Jeff is double inputting or if his stream is skipping. Looks like a pretty good repel menu though.
And Spitball is through Giovanni.
Just picking up the rare candy.
So yeah, King Jeff opting not to pick up the PP up. The PP up would be used on Horn Drill, and it just gives some slight benefits throughout the course of the run at a very small time price.
Makes some fights a little safer.
So LoveSickHero going with Slash here. Slash is a high crit rate move, which in this gen means that it is 8 times as likely to land a critical hit. That's important because with the way that crits are handled in this generation, it's basically guaranteed.
Especially if you have a Pokemon with high base speed, then their crit rate is basically like 99%.
Right. I believe the number is 64 base speed, above which it is a 99.6% chance to crit. It's the same concept as Gen 1 misses, which is why it's not 100. It's just...
Gen 1 miss chance to not crit.
Yeah.
Actually.
So 99.6%.
We have seen a couple Gen 1 miss, but not any really critical ones.
Spitball getting PP up. They flower, that is, the move can sometimes not crit, and it's equivalent in reasoning to a Gen 1 miss. But also, it can Gen 1 miss. King Jeff with a couple bonks on the way to Surf, but he's gotten there. And he's widened the lead by a significant margin over Spitball over the last couple of splits. Lovesick, meanwhile, is dangerously close to level 36, which is where he evolves into Charizard.
Jeff biking Makoga. And this is kind of scary gym because of the Hypno coming up, so let's see how he deals with that. Because right now he's good to take a headbutt, but confusion is no bueno.
So this gym is a poison gym, and it's strange because the poison type is the most common type in Gen 1, but there's just a bunch of psychic types.
If King Jeff dies to Hypno, he's gonna have to revive and just waste some time.
Minnow, there are a couple of trainers who have Arbok, but other than that, I believe so. Alright, we'll see if King Jeff can avoid a confusion here. Even if he does die to Hypno, it's not the end of the world. Oh. There it is.
Fortunate. Gonna have to revive here.
Yep. But since he has revives, it's just as simple as using it and losing a little bit of time.
Alright, this is gonna be a closer race now.
Gets a fast death on Squirtle, that's really nice.
So just the Paris there.
So in Gen 1, the cursor resets, or the cursor stays set to the last Pokemon you interact with. So if you use, for example, the Revive on Nidoking, the cursor will stay on Nidoking, which trips up a lot of runners at all levels. Alright, so LoveSick wrapping around, not going straight to the Sylph rival fight. Instead, choosing to go around, now that he has the card key, and pick up TM03, which is Swords Dance. So, the reason that we're able to avoid a lot of shopping in the Charizard route is because Swords Dance is just so good. It raises your attack by 2 stages, and since we're reliant on Spitball avoiding a death to Hypno, but since it's so reliant on physical moves, yeah, we can just get away with it.
Jeff using Bubble Beam on Weezing because he needs to die. And oh no! He's dead, but that's fine because he planned for this. He's just gonna rare candy to revive. Going.
So, LoveSick deleting Ember. I'm unsure if he takes Fire Blast on his race route, but if not, that's the last fire move we'll see.
He gets Flamethrower.
Oh, he does? Well, I will be darned. King Jeff candying his Nidoking back to life.
Spitball right behind him. Finishing up Koga right now.
Alright, gets a self-destruct, and he is through.
Alright, so basically until Elite Four, there's really only one thing that King Jeff can die to, and that's the Black Belt in Giovanni's gym.
Right, so the reason that the Glitchless route goes for that strat is because there's almost nothing that's dangerous between there and, I'd say Agatha. There are some small things, but...
I mean, you can get Slam Crit or something, but that's like 2%.
Yeah. There are
Likely.
2, or for King Jeff, 3 distinct points that have a actual threatening chance to kill you. Lovesick, meanwhile, starting with what's going to be a trend for the rest of the Charizard run, setting up a ton of Swords Dances and then just destroying things.
Use a Swords Dance to nothing happened.
Yep. So an important note that we actually see there, that's that's a death, is that once again, with the way that crits work in this generation, they're actually terrible when you set up Swords Dances. And since Charizard has about a 20% crit rate, it gets really dicey.
Crit rates avoid the stat changing moves, so you actually did less damage there. Blastoise using Chonky.
King Jeff taking his time, making sure he doesn't overwrite Thunderbolt.
It is not. A lot of checkered tiles on screen at the moment.
Yep. King Jeff picking up a rare candy that will be used for Agatha to make that fight a lot safer. I'm touched.
Aww.
Lovesick, I love you, man. So, Spitball is on his Blizzard menu, King Jeff making his way to Erica.
Actually, it's gonna be pretty easy when you have a Charizard.
So, this is going to be the first usage of Blizzard in the run, which it's a 90% accurate move in this generation, but you can get severely trolled by missing it. This Execute, for example, has his Hypnosis, which can put you to sleep. It's not really dangerous, but it can lose you a ton of time. But yeah, the last few fights have actually been a good illustration of why Charizard just lags behind. So in addition to other things, the fact that Charizard has to set up as much as it does, meanwhile, Nidoking, as you can see in King Jeff's screen, just one-shots everything, leads to just a lot of losing time on several fights.
And yeah, his inventory is full. That way he doesn't get the TM from Erica. Saving time.
And now King Jeff will go to Blaine's gym. Blaine's gym, you have to answer 6 questions, and there is a lot of lag. And then the fight's unlosable. It's a very interesting part of the run.
Yeah, the best outcome here is that he gets Super Potion turn 1, so he can just Horn Drill.
Yeah, actually, since he didn't go for PP up, he cannot Horn Drill.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one, goes around the trainer. Interesting.
Interesting movement.
So you need 5 Horn Drills from this point through halfway through Giovanni's gym. So since
He did it again.
LoveSickHero picking up the Master Ball. But yeah, since he doesn't do PP up, he does not have an extra horn drill to use on it, which is a very minor consideration.
Super Potion Manip. It looks like they're saying yes, but they're actually just pressing B.
Yeah, so
to say no.
You can press A or B to make your choice there. Alright, King Jeff gets unlucky and does not get a super potion.
Skips the Snorlax catch. Oh, struggling with the rare candy.
Missing the rare candy. Got it.
Saved. Jeff's just gonna dig out here and then fly to Viridian. Because you can dig out in Blaine's gym, apparently.
Or Saffron. He's still gotta get Sabrina.
Yeah. Whoops. Hopefully he doesn't Gen 1 miss on Sabrina.
Yeah. It would have actually been quite unfortunate if he would have flown to Viridian, because that would have lost him a lot of time, because you cannot get into the gym. So Lovesick actually biking around instead of cutting through the trees. That's because his cutter is in the second slot, and it, I believe, becomes slower at that point to cut. Don't quote me on that, but it's at the very least a lot more awkward. Yes, the third slot. You need to do 2 moves. Thank you, Pinkish.
Third slot would be another input. Okay, does not Gen 1 miss the Kadabra.
Alright, King Jeff getting out of Sabrina without being extremely unlucky. The only way that you lose that fight is to get a Gen 1 miss, which is something that we mentioned before. It's just a 1 in 256 chance to miss a supposedly 100% accurate move. You have 4 chances of that. It's, I believe, 98.4% to not get one of those.
Sick going for left surf guy. Ouch. So King Jeff here, the next trainer he has to fight is going to be Black Belt, well, after Rhyhorn. And that's one way you can potentially die and lose time.
Alright, so Lovesick actually facing Erica before the other gym leaders.
It will be much easier for Charizard to kill Erica.
Yep, Erica's Pokemon are much less threatening, and I think it's actually basically no difference between Koga and Erica first.
King Jeff's saving for Black Belt. This doesn't want to use up his revive.
So Black Belt is one of the fights that I mentioned before, which pose a risk with Red Bar, because Machoke can Karate Chop crit, and that's just an instant death. Luckily, King Jeff avoids that. It's, I believe, around 1 in 7 to happen.
Something like that. 15%.
Karate Chop, another one of those high critical hit rate moves. Spitball heading to the gym. Hopefully he can also avoid a Karate King death.
So he probably still has 2 repels. I mean, 2 revives. King Jeff only has 1 revive.
So King Jeff can opt to pick up another revive there, but I don't think it's worth it because he's already down 1 HM Pokemon.
Spitball forgetting where the Karate King is for a second. He also saves. Yeah, Giovanni, the fight is you can't die to it. You can only miss Blizzard basically, but just lose a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's basically the same as Sabrina, where the only way that it can go truly wrong, Spitball getting a low kick non-crit, that's really good. The only way that it can go really wrong is both Gen 1 missing Earthquake and actually getting hit, which if you look at Giovanni's Pokemon's moves, they don't have many good attacks.
You have like Tail Whip and stuff.
Yep.
And he gets the Blizzard range. It's chilling. King Jeff's just a little ahead, but
also, I'm not sure if we mentioned this before. Yeah, I'm not sure if we mentioned this before, but the reason that the runners leave the gym is because otherwise they would have to take the spin tiles around the black belt, and that is just very unfortunately slow in Gen 1.
Faster if you just exit the gym and reset all the trainers.
Alright, so this is the big scary fight for King Jeff, seeing that he skipped PP up, because the Venusaur at the very end can survive a crit Blizzard, and if you get Razor Leaf, you will just die.
It's a very unlikely range, but it can still happen.
Yep, especially with Exac, it's a fairly safe fight. Also, I don't know if we've mentioned good AI yet, but as you saw, Pidgeot just sat there and used Agility. That's because Agility is Psychic type, and since Viridian Rival has good AI, it sees that Pidgeot has a Psychic type move and continually uses it against Nidoking since he thinks it's super effective.
Clearly safe to just set up on Pidgeot. So you want damage you. Alright. Moment of truth.
Awesome,
Okay,
gets through the Venusaur. So on LoveSickHero's end, unfortunately Boom Strats really aren't a thing with Charizard because you need the rare candies for later. So he's gonna instead opt to dig through the entire fight and hope he does not get really unlucky with a critical hit into self-destruct.
King Jeff making his way up Victory Road right now. Spitball's not too far behind. Okay, I think Spitball's just gonna do a Horn Drill on this.
Yep. So this is the difference
Yeah,
between the
he has
PP up strats. You can just Horn Drill Venusaur, and not have to deal with it. Misses Blizzard range, though.
He wants to be sure not to Blizzard Venusaur. Because then he'll have to Earthquake the Jinx. Or, yeah, no, Horn Drill the Pidgeot, but he doesn't.
Spitball getting... Did he Earthquake it? So we're setting all the way back to Black Belt, and he doesn't know he has revives, I don't think. Oh my god, that's really unfortunate. Oh no. That's really dicey for Spitball and his chances for advancing on time. Oh no. Okay, lives the karate chop.
Wow, okay. It seems like he kind of just instant reset.
Yeah, it's just a muscle memory thing. Meanwhile, Lovesick picking up a rare candy you don't normally see.
Lovesick have a chance to get second place now?
Not unless Spitball forfeits.
Locked out of this if he gets extremely unlucky. But he's basically secured the lead.
Yep, so Lovesick actually, I believe, rare candied before coming here. That's just so that he's a high enough level to avoid encounters in Cinnabar Mansion.
Thunderbolt the Nidoqueen.
Lovesick skipping Blizzard because you just don't need it. One of my favorite parts, personally, about Charizard. Hits the ride-on range on the second pass. And he's through. Unfortunately, Charizard cannot learn Blizzard.
Sucks. King Jeff is leaving Victory Road.
Yep. So, LoveSickHero picking up not one, but two Mansion Candies.
It's a floor store there for safety.
Lovesick using strength to flex. And digging out.
Depositing here. He's just gonna go in with revives.
Alright, so Lorelei, another good example of the good AI. It will always, or it will never use an attacking move turn 2, and it will always use a move that it thinks is super effective, so it's gonna kill Pidgey real quick here, because good AI means it'll always Aurora Beam, and then it'll use Rest. And this just lets you have a free turn to set up. One of the very fortunate quirks of AI in the Pokemon Red speedrun.
Jeff can basically play it completely safe from here. You can save for every fight and pretty much secure the lead easily.
Spitball EQing the Gyarados, or not EQing the Gyarados, rather. So he
I was
is...
thinking he didn't want to use his X items, maybe, but there's always backups.
Yeah. Well, he's through the fight.
Technically only one fight behind, but it's a lot of distance.
One fight and an entire victory road.
Jeff gets Lance crit like 10 times in a row.
Lovesick, meanwhile, through the blank questions. So 0 missed blank questions in the run, in the race, pretty good. Meanwhile, the Elite Four fights are pretty safe and standard. Or not safe, but they're pretty standard for the most part. Oftentimes, you just do a turn of setup and sweep everything. The Agatha fight coming up for King Jeff is the biggest variable, I would say. Just because you can get trolled with confusion and haste.
Checking his trainer.
Spitball forgot to repel. Gets it before he yields some grass tiles.
As well save here too, or King Jeff might as well save here, even though it's pretty safe. No, he doesn't save. Okay.
So this fight has the potential to go bad just because he only has one revive, but it's very unlikely. Hypnosis is
slow.
Very annoying.
Wonderfully played. Guess the Earthquake.
Alright, he's through Gengar, just needs to hit this Blizzard, and this fight's free. Alright. Spitball, meanwhile, moving on into Boulder Puzzles.
Oh, Spitball getting an
no.
optional. That is unfortunate.
Alright, so I like to
guy,
call this
three
guy
guys.
Karate King Jr. because he has the exact same team.
Up there, that's pretty nice.
And Lovesick is
Alright,
through
King
Sabrina.
Jeff's gotta heal. Jeff's gonna heal and save, hope he doesn't get Hydro Pump crit.
Yep, he can actually opt to just Thunderbolt turn 1 and revive. But it looks like he's avoiding that strat.
I think he'll go for such a strat.
Pinkish Princess says not with only one HM poke. Okay. Full disclaimer, I've never gone for that strat, so thank you. So Lovesick
There it is.
using his last super potion, that's to make space for Fissure.
He does not get crit.
Yep.
King Jeff's probably gonna potion.
Yeah, Well, the question is if he super potions. He's within range to die to a wing attack right now, which obviously with the lead he has is not worthwhile. But a super potion makes this fight incredibly safe.
See what he does? He does go for the super potion. And he's gonna also save. Very reasonable choice.
Spitball coming up to the Pokemon Lane.
Spitball entering Elite Four.
Alright, expects.
Goodness.
Alright, hits the Blizzard. So King Jeff should be fine as long as he hits the inputs and doesn't Gen 1 miss Alakazam.
Doesn't crash his emulator.
Spitball, meanwhile, making his way through Lorelei and LoveSick. Ooh, Fury attack, that's kind of slow. Shouldn't be a problem.
That's fine.
Could have gotten Red Bar off of that, actually.
What is that? It looks like almost a 155.
I want to say that's a high 154. Fat Viking Gaming, the world record for this game is 1 hour 45 minutes 21 seconds. The race world record is, I believe, 1 hour 50 minutes and 16 seconds by Jotepish in the chat.
That's race world record without
without IT, yeah. Alright. King Jeff has won the race.
And if you had King Jeff on your predictions, then you will be receiving a point.
Yep. IT Ermely Fran is instant text. It's an exploit you can use at the bike shop in Cerulean City that just makes your text instant. It saves about 2 to 3 minutes over the course of the run, but it makes races a lot more volatile. So the community decided to ban it from the tournament.
See if Spitball is gonna super potion.
He sure does. LoveSick, meanwhile, finished with all the badges. So he's gonna go off and finally have his own one-hit KO move to abuse.
Sure.
So
Looks like a 154, 49 for King Jeff.
alright.
Congratulations. Okay, Agatha is swapping on Spitball.
Yep.
54-49. Missed Earthquake on Gengar. That is unlucky.
That's extremely unfortunate, and Spitball...
It's very bad, and he's dead to Dream Eater. My god. unfortunate, and he's gonna. Good thing he's safe.
All right. Yep. That's a very fortunate safety save. Lovesick, meanwhile, fissuring everything.
His best Nidoking impression with the one-hit KO moves.
Yeah, Pinka, she should have used Pokeflute, but I assume he just forgot it was there.
He got Hypnosis hit after he missed the Earthquake.
Okay. Stream's down for you too, right?
I'm seeing some black right now.
Okay. I was scared it was on my end.
I'm refreshing and nothing is coming up. Charizard cursed the run.
No, Charizard blessed it.
Yeah. Gyarados. Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Not up. Not up.
Like I'm scared.
Yes, this is unprecedented. Finish streams down 2.
All right, so I believe that Spitball has finished. That was indeed a Vowoda.
Issue right now.
What's that?
It's like they're just looking into the issue right now.
Gotcha. Lovesick, meanwhile, has headed to the Elite Four. I don't believe so. He's still a couple minutes off of that.
On race PB pace.
Yeah, since the
Oh, he forgot to elixir on the Onyx.
oh no.
He's
Since the unfortunate start with the Charmanders, he has had a really solid run.
currently spamming Fisher on Bruno.
Yep. So thanks to Swords Dance badge boosts, everything's basically covered, and he doesn't ever need to set up beyond that. Badge boosts, by the way, are an additional 1/8 added onto a stat, both at the start of battle, assuming that you have the corresponding badge, and after you raise a different stat or lower a different stat. So the badge boost for speed is given by Koga, I believe. And because the badge boosts just get re-added in Gen 1 due to a programming oversight, you can raise your speed while raising other stats.
It's a multiplier of 9/8. Stats.
All right, Lovesick is on to Agatha. Yep, Pinkish, I was slightly confused because they lied to you in-game about Surge and Koga.
It's confused raid. Himself. Hurt yourself. Playing Pocket Flute. Another hypnosis. Unlucky. Practicing his flute solo. Go. And he's fishing the Gengar, but I don't think that works like that. Wait, no, Fisher's ground type though, right?
Right.
It does work. Nice.
All right, so actually not opting for either Fire Blast or Mega Cake, instead using Slash on the Golbat, which is a pretty reasonable two-shot.
It's a slash crit. Well, still confused, unfortunately.
Yep. All right, we've got some racers racers with us.
King
Hello.
Jeff, GG's, my man. Great time.
Yo, guys.
GG.
How you feeling, guys?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was okay, I guess. Yeah,
It was good until it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, King Jeff, you were getting like a really consistent string of 155s over like the course of the past couple weeks. So this seems pretty on brand and good for you, right? Was what, a
Yeah,
15451?
yeah, it was like a high 154, something around there. Yeah, I think like the biggest issues with that run was like me messing up Moominip and then
Right.
dying on Hypno. Also, I flew to the wrong city when I was supposed to fly over to Koga's gym, so that was fun. Never done that before.
There's always a first time, you know? But actually, Moon Manip was like a big problem for everyone. I don't think anyone got it this race.
Everyone
No,
failed Moominip.
Yeah, I don't know if mine was an IGT or if I missed a button somewhere and just didn't get the encounter, but
Yeah, I knew I messed up after I picked up Mega Punch. I probably like missed an A press.
Spitball, what, the reset?
okay, so I was thinking this is literally what I was thinking in that moment. I wish I had revives.
Oh wow.
Because I was
Oh no.
I was just in like PB mindset. I was just like, oh, I'm dead. It was like I'm in PB mindset, but also, oh, I need to finish this run. So yeah, it was just kind of reflex, and then I did it again later, but that one was more out of tilt probably than anything else.
Right. I saw your like execution and stuff got just a lot slower, as if to say like, wait a minute.
Yeah. The thing is though, even after the reset, I was still on sub 2 pace. Like my Agatha time is so awful in my PB, like it would have been close, but I lost 4 minutes on that reset.
Wait, what exactly happens there? I wasn't watching.
Oh, good. Don't worry about it.
So to explain it, Bitball, missed
yeah.
input and earthquakes, Gyarados.
Well, actually, that wasn't a missed input. That was my muscle memory taking over because I used all my blizzards.
Oh.
So I was in a different spot than I normally would be, because normally you're on Thunderbolt after Gyarados. So I had to use Thunderbolt to kill Pidgeot, and then from there, after Thunderbolt, next move's Earthquake. So
Gotcha.
I just upped into Earthquake out of muscle memory.
Oh, did you run out of blizzards on the Rhyhorn?
No, I had one left. So I missed the Pidgeot range.
Okay, right.
I missed a ton of blizzards that run, unrelated.
Yeah, no, that was kind of rough. I mean, you were like doing really, really well for the majority of the race up until then. Like there was a long period of time up through like King Jeff started pulling away on execution, but
yeah.
you were within about 30 to like a minute, I want to say, all the way through like Blaine Split.
Yeah, I'm disappointed I wasn't able to keep that going. But I think for all you other racers out there, if you haven't been practicing races in the Red Race Discord, absolutely get on it, because I think a lot of my execution mistakes could be chalked up to not doing enough actual races, like forgetting you have revives, or not adapting well to spots where your cursor is not where it normally would be and your muscle memory fights you.
Lovesick update. He has finished Lance. He took an extra step around him, but he is on to champ.
Let's go, dude.
So Lovesick is actually going to finish this really, really, really easily sub 220, which I mean, with Charizard, it's just like it's a lot riskier than Nidoking, and it's a lot slower than Nidoking. So like, there's always the lingering doubt in your mind, and I think he kind of had it too. But his run has been really, really, really solid.
Not bad at all for a Charizard race. Yeah, he's definitely not getting a do not finish here, so pretty good.
It's a great showcase for the
body
Charizard round. I'm really
slamming.
happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, glad to hear the run's going well.
All right, he is on to the end. I think it's just fissuring, so that's GG. LoveSick's gonna finish with about a mid 216 probably,
16-ish.
something around there.
Bad.
Really good performance from him. Honestly, that was a really fun race from all sides.
Very interesting to see the differences in the routes and stuff.
Yep. I'm surprised, King Jeff, that you went for no PP up.
Oh yeah, that's that's what I normally do. I just follow the was it 2019 beginner routes. So that's
Right.
like no PP up with Mansion Candy.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just used to doing that.
Pinkish Princess saying that PP up is gun bad.
I confirm.
All right, the Pinkish has spoken.
Well,
LoveSick has finished
I didn't
champ.
die on Venusaur this time, so yay.
I was very scared.
PP up is great.
Yeah, I mean, you did PP
IMO.
up. It worked out.
Hey,
Oh,
like,
wait, we
videos
have a
back.
feed.
gonna see the last. Gonna see
We
the
get to
last
see the last
Pokemon.
fissure.
Oh,
GG, LoveSickHero.
gee.
And the Tamale Cam.
At least no one forfeited.
Yep, no forfeits here.
Someone will be crazy enough to attempt another Charizard run in this race.
I'm mildly tempted.
You can do
Alt
it, Rhoda, I
Pokemon.
believe in you.
Pokemon tournament. One gets randomly assigned. Starter.
Alright. And I mean, there's a lot of players for alt mains and stuff out there. Like, not necessarily doing it as like their main category like LoveSick is, but like, there's a lot of people who are running them. Tamale on stream.
Hell
What a
yeah,
cute
dude.
cat.
He's a good boy. He was here for most of the run. Just very good in general, 10 out of 10.
There's Pinky Major the Moltres. And there is LoveSick finishing. 2:10 in game time, and a 2:16.56.
Very nice, LoveSick. Very nice.
Well done to everyone. Alright. Let's see. Do we have time to get LoveSick in here?
I hope so.
Yep.
Is now a just petting stream.
Much more appealing than my gameplay.
Hey,
Oh,
you played really well.
some good play.
think I only had 2 Gen 1 misses, so that was pretty good.
The Gengar, though.
Yeah, that was. Boy,
Is the,
I was just so
is that-
shocked.
Wait, is that
No.
is confusion like 100%?
It wasn't confusion. It was I X special. She swapped to Golbat. I blizzarded the Golbat, and then I went to Earthquake the Gengar and Gen 1 missed and got Hypnosis and was just in shock and tried to use a move and got Dream Eatered.
Uh-oh.
Hello,
Lovesick.
Hi.
Alright.
Cats.
Oh,
Good
thanks.
run, man.
Oh, I tried.
That, like, I mean, Charmander aside, like, that was really solid.
It was fun. Yeah, I had fun. Yeah.
How
Seems super sweet.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm really flustered right now. I'm just like, wow, I finished
you did?
220, like a bunch of bad Charmanders, but I did it. Yay.
I mean, that's like a 212 without the Charmander mishap.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, yeah, you got through everything really quickly. You got Moltres.
Oh yeah. Did it for you. And Major kept wanting to catch Moltres. I'm like, alright, I'll catch it for you.
A very fitting tribute.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you
How'd
guys
you-
were awesome, dude. It was an honor to race with you guys. It was, I don't know. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, same.
This was a
It
ton
good
of
race
fun.
for all of us.
All right.
Like, I'm
Well,
disappointed, but I can't wait to do this again.
yep. Well,
All the
there's
runners.
probably going to be one tomorrow next year.
Oh yeah. I was gonna race next year, but I don't know. People like Vroda and the community were really wanting people to join. So I'm like, all right, I'll join. So thanks for encouraging me to speedrun this, and yeah,
Honestly, sick run. Really happy you did it.
yeah.
All right. So we've got a cut.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah.
small.
Cheers.
But yeah, thank you
Of
all
everyone.
for running. It was a really good race.
Thank you guys for commentating. Good job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for hosting.
GG's, Jeff. Best of luck in round 2.
GG, dude.
GG, Jeff. Good luck next round, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't crash.
Oh yeah, about that. Yeah, that happened yesterday too. It just crashed after I finished the run.
Just gotta avoid it when it's important, man.
Yeah, true.